Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Barry Allen, the Flash podcast. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Avatar slash director slash friend slash. We're pretty much everything apart from boyfriends at this point. That is the fucking worst way to start the podcast.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me? So
I don't know.
So we've partially made a plan each. We've made like half the plan for the podcast. Like you made a three-pointed one. I've added on a couple of points, which I've just like put in there.
Yeah, literally a couple points. I've done most of the work here.
You've done most of the work, but then again, I'm the one who records them
By
and
1 point.
uploads them.
Yeah, true. But that's pressing a couple buttons and typing something. So not much.
Nah, but we've got a few interesting points to get to here, and so like, do you want to begin? Because like the image for this week's podcast, I've not told you yet. I've not even shown it to you. It's a Photoshop like version of like the main sort of characters that will be appearing in like the Marvel Avengers Infinity War. It's a photoshopped image.
Oh.
It's a really good photoshopped image, and you can tell it's photoshopped because you just need to look at Scarlet Witch on it, and you're just like, this is so obviously photoshopped, but it's been done really well.
Who is she again?
Scarlet Witch is like in the comics, she's Magneto's daughter and stuff. So
I know she's Quicksilver's sister. I know that much.
yeah, she's like Magneto's daughter in the comics.
Alright. I know that because she's Quicksilver's brother, sister.
Yeah. So
got some transgender stuff going on here too. Crap.
No. So
this is the worst start ever.
I mean, like, to be fair, it's pretty much just like I'm forcing you into it. It's just like, right, we're recording the podcast.
Yeah.
So you can feel free to like blame
help.
me. You can blame me and fire me from the project as soon as we've like recorded all the stuff for it. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're
cutting out, it's cutting out less often because
we record these we record them in advance now, so none of it's being streamed anymore. I think people have sort of picked up on that like over the course of the last few. So I'm gonna let you take the lead on this podcast and decide like how long we're discussing the topics for.
Well, quick couple of game updates. We've got a few new auditions.
Yeah, we've got a few new auditions. We've got an audition for Jesse and Weather Wizard. So that'll be fun.
We've got a private and a public audition for Wally.
Oh yeah. We
didn't mention Wally last time.
Oh no, we didn't. But no, that was sent after we'd recorded it. To be fair, that was sent after we'd recorded last week's bonus episode.
The public Wally was, but the private Wally wasn't.
Yeah, but the last podcast we recorded was the bonus one for the crossover. So like, I think that's like fair enough.
Yeah,
that we chose not. So I think it's sort of fair enough to choose not to have done it then.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the city. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to when that's built.
Oh yes, that's when the plan stops coming together.
Yeah, because it's finally coming together. We've left this out of the past few. We've left this out of the past few podcasts because we've had a lot of debates around it as well because we had Mohammed trying to say, let's use a different city, and it's just like, you're just like, what is the point of this conversation? Along comes Kane, who just fixes everything.
He was fighting a lost cause.
He was fighting a lost cause, but like I told you because I called you up about it when that whole thing was going down to get your sort of perspective on it, just like a more immediate one on while you were typing it. And I did say to you, like, I really do admire his dedication to it.
Yeah.
So
he's very ambitious.
He's very ambitious, and like, he wants to like develop a game
in a good way and a bad way.
Yeah, because like he wants to get so many projects done, but he needs to sort of like, no disrespect to the guy. He needs to just
Yeah.
sort of, like, realise, like, we've got a city which you won, and if we wanted to use the one he had suggested, we'd have had to, like, go and negotiate a deal. And I don't
Yeah.
think we can legally do that, considering it's a fan project.
Yeah.
So that would have been hard, because then we're going to end up having to negotiate deals with DC as well at the same time.
Oh yeah, that happened. But I mean, what I have to give him credit for is that while he does have a lot of project plans, at least he's not trying to do them all at once.
Yeah, because, like...
Cough, cough, looks at myself.
Because you're developing more games along the side of this one. We can't talk about those. I can't talk about those because I'm not involved in any of them.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that contract you're meant to be sending me.
Oh yeah, sure. You'll get it on the 32nd of September.
And there is no such thing as that date.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But I'm fairly sure you'll end up like sending me a contract because you'll like need me to come in and do a story or something for a game you end up working on inevitably. Inevitably you're going to ask. Inevitably you're going to ask.
His contract to not be a dickhead.
I mean, we're British. We're known for being dickheads.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially David Cameron.
No, like David Cameron is probably less of a dickhead than Theresa May is an absolute idiot.
No, what are you talking about? She's a pussyhead.
Either way, she's not very good. She's not very good.
Equality?
She's not very good at her job. No. But like, to be fair, like I like to compare our government to Trump's because like it has about the competence of him, but it's across like hundreds of people.
Hell, while talking about this quickly, before we just blast that off into infinity, funny if I made a Toy Story reference without even realising. Fuck. So you have that, you know, the Mayor of London.
Oh yeah.
He may not be foreign. I don't know if he is or not, but
his name's Sadiq Khan, but I don't actually know like where he was born.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't with his name. That's why I said I don't know if he's foreign or not. But
I'm not bothered either way because I think he's known for actually being somewhat competent.
All right, but what I find a bit like silly is that Trump, with the whole thing in America going on, they want to ban most Muslims and stuff for a while they get the country sorted out.
Oh no, he's really sparked outrage as well. This isn't even a podcast about Trump. I swear one day we're going to end up with a whole bonus episoded podcast just sharing our opinions on Trump. Now, here's the thing that's interesting though. He's sparked a lot of outrage after some fuck's sakes. I really hope you're not.
I partially am. Partially.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's the end of our friendship, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the podcast. No, it isn't.
Bye, guys. Next time. Wait, what?
No, but like he sparked a lot of outrage after sharing like anti-Muslim tweets from like nationalists of this country because they're clearly irrelevant until Trump has to put them has to retweet them.
Exactly.
Anyway, should we get back to like the main point of topic?
Yeah. Just the whole nail in a coffin about it. What I find funny is that should we actually get back to the topic on the plan? Because I'm looking at it right now. I don't see anything saying Trump. I don't even see the word Trump on there. Let's just add it. No.
Please don't. Please don't. Like I'm tired of talking about Trump. I've done it enough with my friends.
No, the final point is what I've been trying to make for the last 2 minutes is that what I find funny is Trump shares it, people get annoyed over it, and then suddenly that Sadiq Khan wants to go over Theresa May's head and try and like ban Trump from England. Like,
to be fair, people. I saw a sort of speculative post on like Facebook or Twitter the other day where people were saying, "What's it going to take for Trump to be banned?" The first one was to shoot Paddington, and it's just like, no, he should be welcomed into the country if he shoots Paddington. That's a reason you should let him into the country.
But no, yeah, it's like the thing is, Theresa May, the one that deals with stuff like that, and that he's trying to go over her head and just ban Trump from England just because what? Just because
Can
he
you
don't speak.
can you blame people for feeling outraged though? I know we've
No,
gone
not
off
really.
into a purely separate tangent about this. I've no fucking clue why.
Yeah,
But can you
I
blame
can
them?
understand.
Like,
No, I can understand where they're coming from, but because I've been in that kind of position before.
yeah. Like, yeah, when you were debating whether or not to ban me from helping on the game.
Yes.
No, I don't think you were, but like when there was a lot of
No,
drama sort of going on behind the
I
scenes.
was really bending the rules. They almost snapped.
Yeah.
They almost snapped.
No, but like,
It's good.
well,
It's a good
you know,
thing
you and
I
I all
did.
have.
It's a good
Oh,
thing I did.
I've just looked at my DN history in Discord. Renz has changed his Discord name to Christmas Renz. Props to Crimson Renz for that.
Pardon?
Have you? Renz has changed his Discord name to Christmas Renz, and it's just like I'll give him full props for that. That's a really good
Wow.
idea.
Christmas rent. Wow.
No, it works well though. It is December, so
Yeah.
please don't tell me we're going to record a fucking podcast on Christmas Day. We might record one Christmas Eve, but not Christmas Day.
I seriously doubt Christmas Day. I doubt that.
I don't know. You'll get people like Jake Paul and Logan Paul uploading a vlog on fucking Christmas Day.
Yeah, but they're lonely. They live by themselves, I think.
No, they both have people who live with them. Like Jake's got an entire fucking company who lives with him in his mansion, and Logan has a few roommates.
Well, there you go. They're probably all doing their own thing, and they're probably all YouTubers doing.
Oh yeah, like well,
There you go.
one of Logan's roommates is his cameraman, so, and like yeah, pretty much everyone who lives with Jake, besides like Nick Crumpton, does YouTube. A quick point I'll raise here:
Wow.
Jake Paul today released a Christmas album.
All right.
I've listened to it, and like I'm mostly a fan of his music, but like the majority of it is just shit because he's just bragging in all of it. And this is coming as someone who's even subscribed to his channel. He is just bragging a lot.
So he's just sucking his own dick. He's just sucking his own dick.
Oh no, he has other people featuring on it. He has like all people from all across Team 10 featuring.
Yeah, he has other people who suck his dick. Okay then.
Nah. Instead of Nick Crumpton saying England is my city, this time he says London is my country. But like that meme wore out as soon as like the original line did.
Yeah. So he's responsible for that, is he?
He was responsible because like in the original one he said England is my city. And now he's saying like because people afterwards made the meme of like London is my country. I think I've got someone who had that name in my Discord for a while, or I've seen.
I'm pretty sure you had that. I'm pretty sure you said that at one point. Oh no, wait, well, yeah, it was in your Discord. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, it was in my Discord. Oh no, it's England is my country. Someone has it as, but now he's said London is my country, so it's just like, all right, like clearly he's like a bit late to the memes, so we'll let it go.
So what's he gonna say next? Masturbation is his life.
I've no fucking clue. I mean, like, he did get on another song of Jake Paul's before, like, Jake Paul's Everyday Bro remix for Christmas, which is It's Christmas Day, Bro.
Wow.
Oh, where he said England is my city again and stuff, but that's, like, it.
Gee.
I feel like we need to get back on track with this podcast.
Yeah, because this is quickly turning into the Barry and the Flash random podcast.
I really shouldn't have said you were in charge of it today. You need to get us back on track if you're in charge of it today.
So, as we were saying, we had we got Jesse audition,
Weather Wizard, Wally, and we've got a city. That's pretty much all that's happened with the games. I've not put out any more scripts yet. I love how my workplace is written.
You started on.
Yeah, hang on. I need to stop the recording because I've got my work ringing quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, the podcast is back.
Finally, I said you say hello, so I literally went. Hello.
No, I went outside. I went outside where I'm recording right now because I record on my computer, which is in my room, right?
Yeah.
And he was basically ringing me up. Manager was ringing me up asking if I could come to work. I just said no, I'm helping family with stuff later because it is true. Like I said, we need to do this podcast today, just so we can sort of have it ready for next week. So
Yeah. Yeah, because your family's the cover. I do that sometimes. So.
nah, but like normally I say yes. So I feel like okay, I can sort of say no. I wanted a third shift, but like I've already said to my fam. Well, I said to my mum that I'll help her, and she would have been annoyed if I had gone in. So this has turned into like the most disorganized podcast, and it's not even your fault.
British problem. Yeah, it's not even my fault. It's you bringing everything up. Actually.
It's not even my fault. Well, it's not even your fault. You say you can't organise stuff, which you said in the bonus podcast, and look at what's happening now. We've just been rambling on for roughly half an hour about the most random shite.
First it was Trump, and
then Jake Paul, and now it's my work. Look, although props to them because I work for KFC. They're really good to work for. So if anyone
British
needs part-time jobs,
British parents, eh? British problems.
Yeah.
Hashtag British problems.
Hashtag British problems. Hashtag British people are balanced.
Hashtags are boring.
Yep. If you want to make those hashtags for me later, I will put them into the description, and I will put them in the tags of the video.
Yes. Hashtag Savitar is a god.
Hashtag Godspeed is awesome.
Those are official now. Those are official.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, let's put some t-shirts them on.
I have no way of like making merch. I have no clue how I'm gonna like ever make merch.
Order them online. Order them online and sell them for double the amount.
Can you get this podcast back on track, please?
Yeah. So we covered the game updates. That's it for now.
and every side topic possible. Oh yeah, you forgot like the mayor of London in that as well.
Oh yeah, we've gone through Trump. We've gone through. It should have been a 5-10 minute thing. We took 19 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, because
Trump and Sadiq and fucking Jake Paul and his YouTuber gay family.
Like, to be fair, though, like, the Martinez twins left Team 10 a while back, and they yesterday actually uploaded a diss track on him.
Oh, great, now we're getting another family in. So, what are you going to say about the Martinez twins? I don't know who they are, but...
I'll send you a picture later. They were, like, the ones who sort of switched up the language to Spanish in the original It's Everyday Bro song.
Oh, do they happen to be twin girls, by any chance?
No, they are male.
Fuck.
Oh,
I should not be saying this in the public. You fucking. Oh my fucking god!
They're in the public eye. They're in the public eye. They've got over 4 million subscribers.
Yeah, what I'm saying, that's what I should not have been said that on a public stream podcast thing, should I? Future podcast. I can even call it a stream. Thanks a lot.
We're not even streaming. I've got to combine the two recordings that this has turned out to be now together in like Movie Maker. Save Avi, and then that's it.
Seconds anyway. But my family watches it, and they just hear me say, "They happen to be twin girls," and then let's go, Dylan.
Do your family actually listen to these podcasts?
I don't know.
If they do, you've just shot yourself in the foot, mate.
Yes, I have.
Can we get this back on track, please? Like, enough with the side topics and recounting them. You're in charge of this. You need to get it back on track.
Can we just speed around and go back in time?
I really wish we could. I really wish one of us was a speedster so we could do that. But it doesn't work that way. It's just difficult.
We can. It's called start a new recording and just pretend like nothing happened. Like every other YouTuber.
No, I think people will enjoy just laughing at us for this, so let's just give them some sort of entertainment value and show just how much of a couple of idiots we are sitting at our computers, or in your case, standing around with your phone.
Waiting for a bus in the fucking freezing cold. Next to a whole bunch of fans behind the cinema. Yes.
Going well for both of us then, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's going well for both of us then, isn't it?
Yep.
Right, I'll let you get this back on track.
So we come to point 1 after like 20 minutes.
Please cross it out.
Yeah. Copy and paste it because you sent it, but
Yeah, you need to copy and paste it again, and so you can cross it out.
so Marvel Infinity War trailers next on the list.
This will be good. I watched it twice. I watched it after I'd sent it to you to watch. So, I'd watched it 2 times. I sent it to my I sent it to my mum and to my dad. I know my dad's watched it and he thinks it looks really good. And
Alright.
and I think they just need to not release any more trailers. Like maybe release one more, but don't go into a massive like marketing campaign for it.
Yeah.
But like,
of course they're going into a mass marketing campaign. They're going to a near infinite marketing campaign in a war for DC.
thing is though, like, like it's not going to be hard to beat DC. This has like I saw the headline of an article quickly before we recorded this that said that this has broken the record for like the most views in like the first day it was put up.
Yeah, it beat Call of Duty on the Infinite Warfare, I think it was, or Battlefield Infinite Warfare on Battlefield 1. It was one of those two.
I'd love to have a massive rant about those games, but I feel like we've sidetracked enough the entire podcast, so I can't really.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe at the end. No. Anyway, yeah, I've only watched the trailer once.
I've watched it twice, and I've watched like, I don't know if you've heard of him, a YouTuber called Mr. Sunday Movies do a breakdown of the trailer. And
he basically does a pagey and just breaks them down.
Yeah, he does. Like he's also Australian, by the way. It's worth pointing out. But
I watched these Australians and their fucking breakdowns.
I did a breakdown. I did a breakdown last year on my old channel before it was deleted.
Thank
Of the Transformers: The Last Night trailer. I think I got like 8K views, and like my old channel was deleted, so it was like, why?
Wait a second, I'm noticing a pattern here.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The Star Wars, the new trilogy of Star Wars films. Yeah.
Yep.
It starts with The Force Awakens.
Yep.
Which is relevant to the plot of the story and to the older films. Then you have Transformers, and the first of the new trilogy is Age of Extinction, and it's relevant to the story in the film and to the old Transformer films. Then you have the second Transformers film, The Last Night, and you have Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
We've no idea what the title will be for the next one. But the next one is like essentially Bumblebee film, which is cast John Cena as its lead. I'll quickly cover this because you've managed to sidetrack us again. But I'll cover this anyway. Transformers 6 is basically a Bumblebee movie, but it's got John Cena as like the male lead for lead acting in it. So John Cena is apparently an actor who is playing like the lead sort of human character, I guess. But it's not being. It's worth pointing out as well. This one's not being directed by Michael Bay.
Huh.
And after that, it goes straight to like Transformers 7. So I'm assuming Bumblebee is going to be like just sort of a way for people to get a bit more excited about it, whereas it'll just really be a massive Transformers scale movie.
Yeah.
It's set in the 80s. It's set in the 80s, so I'm not sure how they're going to do it. What is he doing? Leading some sort of elite team of Autobots or something?
Yeah.
Back to Infinity War.
I can imagine Bumblebee's his honk sound. Like I've got it sounds bad, but you know when you just press the steering wheel and it honks.
Yep.
You just have Bumblebee. Or whatever it is. The whole John Cena thing.
If they put that in, it'll be the most painful Easter egg, but it'll be one that you're not really surprised about.
Yeah. Called it. I'm calling it now.
But like Infinity War is like looking really good. here's what I want to ask you about, sort of going into like the discussion for it. What do you think? What do you think about like the color of Thanos in this one? Because like I think like the Guardians of the Galaxy and the first one and the small role he played in that looked like the most sort of comic book accurate version.
Kanan.
Yes.
Who's Thanos?
Okay, so you know the sort of purplish guy who is beating up Spider-Man and Iron Man in the trailer.
No, I got that thing I mean, I remember him. I remember them getting beaten up, but I can't remember what he looked like.
It was a big purple guy with a big gauntlet
he's a
on him.
murderer.
Pardon?
He's a purple guy. He's a purple guy. Doesn't mean
No, he's not like that. He's essentially just like this guy who was a warlord who's decided, fuck it, I want these things of infinite power and I want to conquer the universe. And he's all doing it to get Lady Death's attention.
Oh, does he happen to be a god of death?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, I was hoping that he'd be the god of death, and he's trying to get the goddess of death's attention.
Nah, like
because
the funny thing is, he's in the comics. He's in rivalry for Deadpool to get her attention because, like, I think she's also like one of Deadpool's lovers at some point. I'm not entirely sure how that works.
Of course she is. It's Deadpool, isn't it? Of course he fucking gets the near goddess or whatever, if she controls death somehow or whatever.
I mean, like, to be fair, it's not really like the most surprising thing, is
she
it?
takes the mask off. She takes the mask off. Just screams and shoves it back on him. And he says it's better this way. And just makes.
But yeah, like
costume.
Thanos is like I think like Thanos is sort of doing this to get her attention. Like maybe they'll sort of tease like that with a line. But as far as I know, there's no sort of casting that says she's actually in the film.
But yeah, the name Thanos is actually from the Greek god of death. And if I remember correctly, he's the only one who's one of the only gods that didn't have a separate Roman version.
I don't know. I'm sort of clueless to that. I've not heard that. I've not heard that before, and I used to be like really into like all Greek mythology and stuff. So,
I love a good myth.
There we go.
Yeah, you knew I was going to find some way to bring those lines into it.
And you did.
Yep. And try as much as you can. You can't stop it because I am the future Savitar.
Fuck's sake.
I'm the future.
You need to stop putting these lines into every podcast. I just want to know, like, are you going to see the movie? Are you going to see the movie in the cinema? Is what I want to know.
Maybe, but most likely, as long as I see all the other films first. Set me up a list in which I can watch them, and I probably will watch them.
Oh, like you'll know the sort of canon order to watch them in, but like the most recent.
I don't. I've not watched Marvel films in about 5 years.
You've got about 10 years of them. You've got about 10 years of them to catch up on, then, roughly.
Oh. Since I was about 7 years old. Okay, once I was 7 years old.
That is a good song.
Yeah. Oh, no, it is.
No, but like here's something as well. Like going back to Mr. Sunday Movies, when he did his breakdown, you notice Tony Stark crying at the beginning of the trailer. That's the literal first shot you see.
Who's crying?
Tony Stark. It's one of the first shots you. Well, it's the first shot of a character you see, and he's crying. He speculated that this movie was going to kill off the new Spider-Man.
Oh no! I haven't even seen Spider-Man. I haven't seen it, but he seemed good.
Well, if you saw like Civil War, then
last night I saw part of that, and it was good.
Yeah, did you watch the airport fight scene where Spider-Man is?
No, I was heading to bed at the time, and it was on telly.
Well, look at the airport fight scene. You'll see everything that Spider-Man does. And
wait, is that when he catches Captain America's shield?
Yeah, he takes Captain America's shield and stuff.
Takes it for his own or something like that.
Nah, he literally has the line in his own movie where he says to his friend while they're playing like a Captain America cameo of him just being like sort of leading some sort of fitness thing. His friend asks, "Have you met him?" And he's just like, "I stole his shield."
Oh yeah, I'm hearing about that.
So
Was it? He said fitness test or whatever.
some sort of fitness
Like,
thing in terms of
yeah.
like PE, and they play it on the like oldest TV possible. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Of
So
course they would. They emphasise the old kind of school feel.
yeah, fair enough. But that's what Mr. Sunday Movies has speculated, is that Tony feels guilty because he brought a kid into all of this, and now Spider-Man in his theory is dead, and that's why Tony is crying. I personally don't agree with it
Oh.
because they've not really used the actor that much in terms of things.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be like his third appearance, and he's had one movie, and it's already sort of somewhat confirmed that he's getting a sequel
Alright.
to his own movie.
Well,
So
I mean, didn't that War Machine guy die very recently in the
he
MCU?
he didn't die, but like here's the thing.
Oh.
Tony made him some new robotic legs after he got paralyzed, and apparently they work because I think he is in the trailer. He is in the trailer. He is back in the War Machine suit, but I'm not sure if it's actually Rhodey or someone else who's taken on the mantle of War Machine. I think it's more than likely Rhodey, in my opinion. I don't think they'll have recast the role.
I saw the part where he fucking fell out the sky from like about the
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Just blame Vision for that.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I was like, a fucking dick, that fucking dick Vision. All because he's a fucking robot mind in a human body or whatever it was. That's literally what I said at the time.
But like, do you have any theories like going in just from the trailer? Like
I don't have any theories.
You have no theories whatsoever.
Let me think. Maybe Tony and Peter will become gay lovers. No.
What?
I don't know. I literally come out on the spot. I literally just come up on the spot. And I got you to blame for that because of the whole people theorise that Tony caused Peter to die.
That's only because like Tony is in the Spider-Man Homecoming film, and he's sort of like this mentor to Peter. So he's taken on like the father figure role from Peter's father, then Uncle Ben, and now from
is he going to betray Peter then, like in every other mentor?
No, he's a mentor, but I think he's largely meant to be this sort of father figure for Peter as well. And
we've got Wells in the DC Arrowverse.
No, this isn't even like that either, because
yeah. I hope not, because that'd be fucking curveball out of nowhere.
No, that's
good evil. Wait, what? I was just saying.
I lost my train of thought now. So he's taking. Oh no! Oh wait, no, I've got it back. So there's also now the issue of like, what are they going to do with like the cliffhanger left in Homecoming? Like, before the credits roll, okay, and this is a spoiler for you.
Okay.
This is somewhat a major spoiler.
Just makes you silent.
No. Aunt May sort of sees Peter in his Spider-Man costume without the mask on, and the literal line was going to be, "What the?" I think they even get away with using like the F word in it, like "What the fuck?" So I'm somewhat amazed with that, but also, they've said it's not going to be addressed for a while. So my thinking is that Peter will say, "Oh no, it was like for a costume party or something," or one of his excuses that sort of makes her stop worrying. So,
World thing is, when Tony Stark comes around at some point and she just raises an eyebrow, and she's like, "Yeah, he's helping me with the costume replica." Calling it, fucking calling it.
Well, his cover story in the film was like he was doing an internship. He was doing an apprenticeship for Tony Stark, basically.
Oh, there we go. And they could play it off as that be his reward kind of idea. Pay a super accurate replica of the Spider-Man suit.
Like, because before that he was essentially just using like a few bits of cloth or whatever, and he was letting cars run
Oh.
into him just to sort of stop them from hitting buses or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Like they filmed some random sort of stuff with like iPhone cam or something. It said it was on YouTube, and Tony had a hologram of it. It wasn't very easy to see in Civil War, but
Alright.
there we go.
Huh.
But so people are somewhat speculating. Well, Mr. Sunday Movies is, and like he's always open to hearing other theories and stuff as well. He's speculating Spider-Man will be the one who dies.
I hope not.
Well, like I know, so you know, some people are going to die because there are all sorts of characters being written in, well, being written out of like the MCU at this point because this is somewhat
Yeah.
Phase 3 / not, but this takes place after the Black Panther movie coming in February next year.
Alright.
So that's probably why a lot of it is in Wakanda as well.
Huh.
I'm not sure if you feel the same way, where Black Panther is literally saying, evacuate the city and prepare our defenses. Captain America catches his thing, and he's just like, and somebody get this man a shield. Someone made a meme of that where they somewhat replaced that, and they just said, and get this man a beard. So I thought that was pretty good. But like I could imagine this film opening with like a whole sort of part of like the quote unquote Civil War continuing. So if it opens like that, I'll be somewhat impressed. But
Well, by the way, I'm going to talk a lot more quietly now.
oh, are you on the bus?
Almost.
So like,
See, I will cut out every now and then, so you have to edit those parts out.
oh fuck me, I'm shit at editing. If you're any better, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna send you all the footage to edit because
I have no way of editing.
just borrow, just when you're in college and you're on break or something, go and edit it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the college computers have no way of doing video editing.
For fuck's sakes.
Unless I got the video, got out every individual frame, cut out the unneeded ones, then went in Audacity and cut out, and then put it back together. Yeah, I'll do it that way, but
I don't know. I'll ask someone in. I'll ask someone in my subscriber Discord if they're good at editing videos or something. I don't fucking know.
Manos might be able to do it. So
okay, I'll ask him or Nick or something. So a lot of. I think it's going to potentially kill off like maybe Rhodey's character. I'd like to see that happen. Maybe that's why Tony's crying, because it's sort of in the aftermath of like one of the battles and stuff.
yeah.
And obviously, like the actor who plays Rhodey, I think his name's Don Cheadle. I don't actually know. He's been in a lot of these films now. Like he's been in Avengers. Well, he's been in Iron Man 2, 3. He's been in. He's going to be potentially in Infinity War. He probably is, to be fair.
Wow.
He's been in Civil War. He was in Age of Ultron. He's been in a lot of these movies, so I think he's one that they could end up killing off.
Yeah.
The characters who don't seem like that, the two sort of quote unquote confirmed characters who don't seem like they'll die, are Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Huh.
So, here's the reason. They've already set out a casting announcement for Avengers 4. I'll talk about this quickly. And they're looking for some 2-year-old twins. And they are also... Oh, and the reason they're looking for those is just for a quick scene, like it's for 2 days of shooting or something. And they want twins in case just like one obviously starts acting up. So...
Yeah.
Oh, that's one reason behind it. But now, people are beginning to speculate that it's going to sort of see the introduction of Scarlet Witch's kids, whose names are Wiccan and something else. I don't remember the other one. So
Wiccan and Quicken. Wait, what?
no, one of them is called Wicca, and his real name is Billy.
Alright.
But there we go. There we go, I guess. I don't know, is there anything else you want to discuss about the Infinity War
You
trailer?
still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Do you want to discuss
Cool.
anything else about Infinity War trailer or not really? Like, who do you think they'll kill off?
My man's got a new suit.
He always has a new suit in one of these movies.
Oh, okay. Nothing new then.
Nothing new.
I mean, he did have an entire army of suits at one point, didn't he? So
He did, then he just blew the majority of them up because he was quote unquote retiring from the Iron Man and sort of thing.
yeah, Namakin.
And yet he's still building them. No, anything else you want to discuss on
He's putting more for a hobby. He's putting more for a hobby.
Probably is.
So,
Probably
he's
is.
got enough money to do that. He probably sells them off.
Probably.
Why there's not as many as you think.
No, is there anything you want to discuss about it?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay, well, who else do you think could die in these films? In this film, rather.
Well, considering what it's like, theoretically, anyone can die in it. So
It is literally called Infinity War, so I do think people will die. I've not really seen any other theories as to who it could be. Some are theorizing, well, I suppose one of the very earliest theories back since Age of Ultron is, that came out in, what, 2015? Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. Because obviously, I don't know if you've seen it, Tony has that vision, and all 6 of the key Avengers are dead. And, like, all 6 of the main Avengers are dead, so Black Widow, Hawkeye... Yeah.
What?
In, like, a vision Tony has, which Scarlet Witch causes.
Oh.
So all 6 of, like, the main Avengers are dead. So...
Gee.
You know, Captain America, Tony Stark, the Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Thor. But because Captain America seems most likely because his shield was broken in that vision, and like I just want to put it out there, his shield is very difficult to break.
Yeah, I know that. Know that much.
Like it's made of vibranium, so like.
I was right. I was about to say, isn't it made out of vibranium?
Yeah, it's made out of vibranium, so it's one of like the sort of rarest metals. It's only ever found in Wakanda, and it's like very hard to destroy.
Yeah.
So that's
even Barry can't phase for it.
I don't think Barry would be able to phase through it. But that's sort of what's happening so far, in my opinion. I don't know if you think anyone's going to die. I think it's somewhat obvious that they will.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you went quiet for a minute.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, like, I don't know if you think people are going to die, but, like, I think it's quite obvious that they will.
Oh, yeah. People, at least one person will die.
Yeah. Like, and they can't kill off a speedster this time because there aren't any of them in this film. That we know. That we know of.
Speedsters.
That we know of. Like, the closest thing you get to a speedster is, like, Captain America.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So, well, that's my take. Who do you think they'll kill off?
Possibly Captain America then?
Yeah. I don't know. I think if they put out another trailer, I'll watch like one more, but I don't think I'll really want to watch too many more than that. Because I remember I didn't really watch Spider-Man Homecoming ones, and they apparently like gave away everything.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, apparently they did.
Oh.
But well, that's my take. Anything else you want to discuss?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else for it.
Okay, so what's the third point on the plan then?
um, the Last Jedi trailer. Have you seen it yet?
I've seen like the main one where it shows a lot more of like Luke Skywalker. Like, I've seen like
Have you
the
seen the
one.
most recent?
No, because I think
One?
you're referring to like the TV spots. I'm not watching those. I'm not really watching the TV spots. I've watched like sort of the main trailers for it.
Have you seen the one where it shows Rey reaching towards Kylo? Then
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, that was like one of the main trailers. And
that
people are
was like that. Was that like 2-3 weeks ago? Was that
Oh no,
now?
that was like a month ago at least.
Oh, I'm sure that was that was that the most recent main one.
Yeah, that was the most recent main one, I think,
Oh,
where
yeah,
Kylo
that's what I'm
just
thinking
says,
of then.
let the past die" and everything.
Yeah, and she says she needs someone to show a place in all this.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna get chills. You've not crossed off number two. Um.
Yeah, I'm just crossing off Infinity War right now.
Okay.
Take a look at that. Take a look at the plan now. Yeah,
Okay, you actually put them onto the plan.
yeah.
For fuck's sakes. Just take them off, would you? Because there was no point to it. They were just side topics. Um, but
I can't be bothered to take them off.
no, just take them off because please just do it for the sake of like respect.
Okay.
Like I do not really sort of. I don't know what your take on like The Last Jedi is, or how much of a Star Wars fan you are, but loads of people are theorizing that Rey will turn to the dark side and stuff.
I used to tell my mum to call me Luke. Yeah,
That's funny. Um,
and Anakin.
well, there's a
I once
difference
I
here.
once
There's a difference between those two. One of them didn't go on a massive genocide and become a child murderer.
well, Luke did blow up a Death Star, which may or not have Kid Imperial.
No, I don't think it would have done because like they.
I hope not.
Nah,
Otherwise,
The Imperials were
Luke just,
always really strict on like
yeah,
regulations and stuff. They wouldn't have like let kids go aboard. They
yeah. They
never
said a
would have.
specific area. A specific area, you know. If they have, no wonder they're trying to stop Death Star from being blown up. No, no. um, but no, that if there was actually kids on that Death Star for each family or whatever, then you know Luke just outclassed his own dad.
The only one at this
By
point who
accident.
hasn't been a child murderer that we know of is like Leia or Ray.
Pardon?
Leia, Ray, and like the
Oh,
majority of the main characters are the only ones we know of who haven't possibly done it. I don't think Luke did.
Joel Beats will make a return.
Nah, but like there's a lot of theories going around on The Last Jedi as well. I've seen them all over the place, and like I follow a lot of Star Wars based accounts on Twitter. I'm not sure if you've ever noticed. Well, I don't even know if you've got Twitter. Follow a lot of like stuff around that and whatever, and there are loads of theories going around. Like people are saying, oh, there's a massive sort of Rey spoiler with these new Kylo Ren and Rey still images and stuff, and it's just like, all right, let's sort of ease up on the hype train, and I'm really looking forward to it because like I am going to go and see a midnight release showing of the film.
Oh, fuck off again. Like I said last time.
But I'm also seeing Force Awakens right before that, so it's essentially going to be.
Okay.
So the Force Awakens is on at 9, and then this one comes on at like 1 minute past midnight, and
Alright.
it is clocked in at like 2.5 hours, making it the longest Star Wars movie that they've made yet.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because
Why?
it's The Last Jedi. It's The Last Jedi.
Like, you know, people are
It's got,
really sparking loads of theories
yeah.
about that. Like, is Luke trying to destroy the Jedi Order? What's going on? It's just like, just chill out. Wait. Questions will be answered.
Wouldn't that be an interesting plot twist? Luke's trying to destroy a Jedi, and he just pinned it on Kylo. That'd be an interesting plot twist, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, because like it's a massive deal. Because we're probably gonna. I don't know when you're seeing it because you're inevitably going to, but we're gonna have to do this
Yeah,
massive review podcast, which will probably be another bonus episode. Um,
yeah.
we're gonna be
You can
racking
have
up a
one.
lot of these bonus episodes.
Yep, and that Star Wars one, that review video, that will literally be about 1 point.
Yeah, it probably will be. It won't be like the crossover.
One video, that 1 point.
It won't be like the crossover podcast. Which I'm hoping people have enjoyed because it'll be uploaded by the time, like, before this one, obviously.
Yeah, I hope so.
I've not done it yet. I'll probably sort of upload it on Monday. Because we're recording this on the 1st of December. I'm probably going to upload it on the Monday and stuff, or at some point. But, right now, I'm hyped for it, and I don't really want to get into, like, too many possible spoilers. I've seen images of like Snoke though, and he is fucking frightening. I don't know if you've seen like the latest image of him.
Wait, they are you telling me behind the scene images have been posted from The Last Jedi?
No, they've published a new image of Snoke.
Oh.
And like a bit more of like what he looks like. And people theorize that he's
true form. Is it his true form?
No, but like here's where I'm getting to. People are slowly theorizing that he's regenerating.
Plagius?
Yeah, people are always thinking it's Plagueis, and I've listened to a lot of like the Plagueis novel Plagueis novel, which is obviously set before episode 1. And
Cheers.
why you say it like that, I don't know, because that's not how it's pronounced.
Seriously? Wait, what?
It's pronounced Plagueis.
You're telling me that Palpatine never said, he didn't say, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? He says Darth Plagueis.
No, it just says Plagueis.
That's fucking retarded. No wonder they quote him as autistic screeching, am I right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But people have theorized all over like who Snoke is, and like even now there are still theories going, and I think it's worth mentioning as well.
Biggs.
I don't think it'll be Biggs because this guy clearly can use the Force, and I don't think that Biggs Darklighter was Force sensitive.
Well, I found out about this a while back, but you know, back in episode 1.
Yeah.
When they're hanging from that balcony place.
What, Anakin and Qui-Gon?
No, Jar Jar and Qui-Gon. They're hanging from that balcony, yeah.
Where are they hanging from the balcony? I'm slightly confused by what you mean.
On the boo.
They weren't hanging from a balcony.
I'll find the scene later, but just bear with me for now. So
they're
hanging from a balcony thing. They're hanging from a balcony or walkway, yeah.
Yep.
And they have the droids. I can't remember what they're called. They're just called droids. And they're shooting them, yeah.
Yep.
Well, Jar Jar Binks was on one side, and then when they in the next scene, you see Jar Jar Binks at the other end, which could just be an animation error, yeah.
Yep. Probably is, considering all the flack people get.
Yeah.
With episode 1.
They deliberately made one of the droids be looking where Jar Jar was, and he just whips his head around to where Jar Jar is now. So Jar Jar Binks definitely moved fast.
I don't know. I think that was meant. I think if what you're describing is true, I don't remember a scene like that, but I could be wrong. I think.
I'll find it. Well.
Okay. I think you're like potentially thinking of like something else.
No, I'm not.
But
unless I've accidentally woke up in a new timeline.
You need to stop with the timeline jokes, I swear.
Before Bay goes back and stops me.
But here's the thing though, like there are theories that Snoke is like regenerating from his injuries, and he's using Kylo
In
to
the
do
extended
that.
universe, I'm non-canon now. Extended universe Star Wars. Palpatine did have clones,
Yeah, he
and
had
one of them
clones.
needed to
He had
regenerate,
clones because
and
I
they did.
I've
Yeah.
listened to a lot of audiobooks or audio dramas and learned a lot of like the
Oh,
Star Wars Legends expanded universe. The canon expanded universe now doesn't really mention anything about like Snoke. People are always theorizing who he is. One thing seems to be certain from like the images released is that he does seem to be regenerating, and he looks fucking frightening.
all right.
Like
Do you have the
he,
image on me?
no, I don't have the image on me. I'm afraid.
Go find it.
I'll send it to you later.
Uh,
I'll send it to you
Crap.
later if the scene you just described turns out to be real. Um,
Blackmail, hey.
no, that's a deal being made there. So
Yeah, that's called blackmail.
mm,
Or you try and tell me you're blackmailing into not being blackmailed.
no, I'm telling you, like I'm making a deal as in if you can prove the scene you were just on about is real, because I do not remember it being
Yeah,
real, then
fair
I
enough.
will get you. Then I'll show you the image. I mean, but and
Alright.
then like people are also theorizing that Rey could be turning to the dark side. She was deliberately asked about it on Good Morning America because I looked at a few interviews last night.
Oh yeah.
She was deliberately asked. She didn't
Alright.
answer, but I think she wasn't legally allowed to,
Yeah.
which makes a lot of sense. Like,
That'd be, that would be a massive part of it.
it
Because
would
that
be a
makes
massive
sense of
part. It would be a massive
that make,
part, and like we get to see Snoke the first time in person. That's quite obvious because there's
I mean that could be a reason why Luke is the last Jedi.
nah, like she's
Alright.
she's
Probably
the
not, but
probably not, but like
would make sense.
people are
It
also
makes sense.
speculating that she'll have a double-bladed lightsaber when she builds her own. I don't know. I think there's a lot
I
of
love
interesting
double
stuff.
bladers.
There's a lot of
I
interesting
love
stuff.
what I love on oh yeah. The
But
one better thing than double bladed lightsabers is double bladed lightsabers are detachable and you can function as two one-handeds.
oh yeah, that would be
They're the
interesting.
best.
That would be interesting. Um,
Yeah.
what I find interesting right now is that I'm trying to figure out what to say again. Snoke is never like in one place. He actually is on what is confirmed to be like the largest star destroyer in the Star Wars universe.
What the Executor or whatever it was.
No, no, like it's probably even larger than like anything the Empire built in terms of like star destroyers
Oh,
and
wait,
super star
wait.
destroyers.
The Executor was period. Oh, I thought that was the Moon First Order.
No,
Oh.
I really don't know in terms of like what's gonna happen with this because he is on like what is confirmed to be the largest star destroyer. I don't remember what it's called. It does have a name, and that's where he is always having his base of operations.
The SS Vegas. Ah, just good.
So he's got a massive army guarding him. I think that's enough said. But his sort of
Yeah.
quote unquote royal guards, they're called like the elite Praetorian Guard or something. They're made. They're sort of
Did you say Elite Praetorian Guard?
something like that is what they're called. And
I'm pretty sure it is Praetorian.
Praetorian.
That's another Roman reference in a Marvel, Disney owned thing.
Yeah. So, they're sort of designed to be able to actually sort of fight. They're not just designed to be there to like sort of look glamorous like Palpatine's were.
Oh yeah. In Praetorian, like the reason Elite Praetorian, the Praetorians were the leaders of the Roman times. They had the emperors, but there's also Praetorians. They're like the one down.
They was quote unquote governors, basically.
Yeah, basically. I think there were governors below them. I think there's like elite governors. I'll have to look it up again.
Oh, so they were the
It's
Grand
been a while
Moffs, and
ago.
then there were the Moffs. Is the easiest like Star Wars reference to draw to it. But so they're designed to actually fight, and they get a major action sequence, and people theorize it's against Kylo Ren. But who knows? But like, here's one question I have for you: what do you think is going on with the scene where Snoke is causing Rey a load of pain, holding her with the Force?
Oh damn! I knew I should watch this. I knew I should rewatched it earlier. Damn it. Describe the scene to me.
Okay, so the final shot of the trailer, Snoke said something. I don't remember what he says.
Oh yeah, I remember because some of it was echoey and the other half wasn't.
Yeah, so this is the non-echoey part.
Alright.
And Snoke is holding Rey suspended in midair. It's clearly causing her a lot of pain.
Oh, and did Kylo look conflicted or something?
I think like people are speculating that Kylo will step in or Luke will step in or something.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably Kylo. I doubt Luke will be there. I bet it'll be Kylo is there.
I'm sort of like wondering how that scene will go down. Like, is it going to be a trap for Luke to get there and try and defeat Snoke, or what?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculative mysteries, and like we find out in about 12, 13 days. So I'll have probably seen it before you, and you're going to be and you're obviously jealous of that. But I will do my best to refrain from spoiling it for you.
Except that I won't know if they will or not.
Like I might just make up a load of BS, and you won't actually know if it's BS or not until you've seen it, and then you'll hate me afterwards.
That again.
I might just make up a load of bullshit that sounds real, and you won't know it's bullshit until you've actually gone and seen the film. And then you'll really hate me afterwards.
You know, I said Class Effect. I think I did.
Yeah, you kind of did the same. So I think it's like my turn to do it. But
yeah.
like Snoke's getting his large hologram thing again. Like
I
I think another image has sort of shown there's going to be another sort of large Snoke head hologram. I'm not sure why they do that, but there we go. But like I'm pumped for it. I don't know how excited you are. But I'm pumped.
Oh yeah. I've been waiting for this for 2 years now.
Oh yeah, we all have.
I saw The Force Awakens the first day it came out with my old school.
Oh yeah, I went and saw it as well. First day it came out, went and saw it in IMAX 3D, and a lot of my friends were seeing it. I went with my father and my brother, and there was a massive sort of cheer and huge round of applause when the tune started and when the film began and when it finished. So safe to say, a lot of fans were in that room. A lot of them were very pleased. I'm wondering if it will be the same reaction this time.
Yeah. I also saw, Jurassic World.
Are we sidetracking again? Yes.
No, it's just 2 seconds. So I saw Force Awakens in my old school. I did also see Jurassic World the day I opened my old school as well. And you will never guess my best luck, my worst luck that happened was that before it started, I went to the toilet, come back, and it was starting. So I rushed. I tripped over and sprained my right hand.
Oh yeah, like don't injure yourself again, like seeing any of the movies coming out. But
there's a film we want to see. Injures my right hand. Sounds suspicious. No. But no, I literally I sat through a film with a sprained wrist. I mean, the school said one of the teachers said like you just want to leave. I was like, hell no. I willingly sat through an entire 2-hour film with a sprained wrist, and it was glorious. It was glorious.
I thought it was pretty good because I never really watched all of the original Jurassic World parks or anything.
No.
I've seen like the first one and I'm just like, yeah, it's good, but I don't think I'd like make a deliberate effort to watch them. I think this one was a bit different though.
Yeah, but yeah, people that were waiting the longest for Star Wars from the 80s, isn't it? It's like one of the teachers that's one of the teachers that I went to see went and saw The Force Awakens, it was like, I've been waiting for this for 30 years.
No, they were waiting for 10 years because there was Revenge of the Sith in 2005.
No, because it's after the they're talking about chronological
Oh
order,
yeah, in terms of
like the
chronology, then yeah.
because it's very
But
the story.
there
It's
is
not
something I want to bring up with you here, and this is some Thor and Justice League financial news. So
Pardon?
I think you might be interested by this. Justice League. I saw a headline, and then I saw one immediately after, which is why I put this on the plan. And after you'd made it, Justice League is finally, and I'm quoting the headline, and Justice League has finally passed $500 million worldwide. I scroll down a little bit. This is on Facebook, and I just see the headline: Thor Ragnarok has passed $800 million worldwide. Um, so while DC is supposedly quote unquote celebrating, um, Taika Waititi and the cast of Thor are they're probably going out for a huge drinking night.
Oh yeah, all the actors going out for binge, just a crop hole, isn't it?
But like, I think it's interesting because it's quite obvious. Like,
Even the pregnant ones. No.
But so I think I'm not sure if you saw Thor Ragnarok, did you?
I know, I haven't seen it.
No, it was
the MCU.
Yeah, it is in the MCU, but it was a brilliant film and it was really worth seeing. It had a lot of Easter eggs and callbacks to like other Marvel films as well, and I've seen I've seen Justice League. I gave you a full-on rundown for it. And
Yeah,
they've only made a profit of $50 million. And I know it sounds like a lot, but in terms of how much they put into the movie and its marketing, that's not very good.
How much was 50 million? You said
Justice League has only currently that I know of got a $50 million profit for Justice League. Well, Warner Bros. Have a $50 million profit for it, and I know that sounds like a lot of money, and it is. But in terms of like how much this movie costs, about $450 million because of making it, reshoots, and advertising. It's not really gone that well, and they haven't made that much back from it. Yeah, they've only made a sixth of the money back.
Yeah.
So
they still made money though. That's the biggest thing for them. They've made money.
They've made money, but I also saw headlines where they were briefly considering that Zack Snyder shouldn't have done Justice League after Batman vs Superman and the critical flop that was.
Film though, did they reshoot most of the film?
They reshot a lot in terms of like all the dialogue.
It's funny how they blamed it all on him, even though he barely had anything to do with the final film.
He stepped away from it because, like, I think his daughter had passed away. I don't know the
details. I read about it earlier.
Oh, good. Can you give? Yeah, right. Can you give me the details then on this? Like, what had happened with that? Because that maybe it'll put it in new perspective for me. Savitar. Okay, good.
So you want me to get a link, yeah?
No, well, I want you to sort of break it down for me, like
okay.
You know what happened with it, like why is it sort of maybe it'll give me a new perspective and a new bit of light.
It's said about how his daughter killed herself.
Oh, that is obviously tragic and like obviously condolences.
Yeah.
Like
and how he stepped away for his family and his personal project.
Yeah, because obviously he needed time to grieve, and I think that's, you know, obviously you're not going to put many reports into that, but I wasn't really looking at any of the news surrounding Justice League. I knew, like, either way it wasn't particularly going to be that good in my eyes. It wasn't, but, like, this is giving me a bit of a new perspective on it. So, continue.
I mean, the silliest thing I find is that there's, like, everyone is, like, all the company at Warner Brothers and all that, it's like, Zack Snyder shouldn't die, blah blah blah. Even though like most of it isn't his, and then you have all the fans release Zack Snyder's version.
Here's the
like, it's just, it sounds retarded on Warner Brothers' case that they don't want Zack
See,
Snyder.
Zack Snyder's son, I remember I read a headline recently where Zack Snyder's son had recommended it, and he had beef with Warner Brothers because he'd made that clear in like a Twitter post. I never really went and read the article or saw what he said, but I think he said Warner Bros. Had been meddling. That's not the point. I'm basically saying, can you give me some perspective on like what happened with Zack Snyder stepping away and everything, just so I can get a bit of a new perspective on it.
Huh.
So yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is like, can you sort of break down what happened for me that caused him to leave, so I get a new perspective on it?
I can't remember all of it off the top of my head though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, brief idea is what I'm after. That's literally all I'm after is like a brief idea. So go ahead and explain what you can, I guess.
A sec. I'm trying to remember here. Literally off the top of my head.
I mean, like, it depends when you read the article, really. Um, like you said, you know, this isn't really something we want to discuss, I don't think, because we want to have a good time on the podcast, but I feel like we're sort of obligated to discuss it because we've got a bit of a platform here. You know, like, you can add this to the plan when it's done, but, like, I feel like we need to discuss it now. Like, why did she take her own life? Like, what was the reason?
I didn't. They didn't say about it. They just said that she killed herself.
Like, Zack Snyder had sort of shared a thing where I saw an image somewhere where DC's Facebook page had put up a screenshot of Zack Snyder tweeting out an image of her saying she would have been 21, which is really young age, and like I think people are shocked. People are always shocked as well, like how young people do that and stuff. But like, I think it's key to remember, and I feel really uncomfortable discussing this, but I feel like I need to because this goes on my channel. I've got a bit of a platform to say it, so I feel like I really have to. People really should need to talk to people if they feel that way and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main things, and obviously, like, it's very uncomfortable to discuss, but if you're making a movie about it, like, that really puts things into a whole new perspective that, like, your daughter could have been going through whatever, and then this happens afterwards.
Yeah, it was film called Personal Photographs, I think it was.
I don't know. I don't know any of what happened there. So, like, I'm obviously trying to figure out, like, what the hell's happened. Like, I'd heard about it like very late after. Like, after the film came out, I heard about it. It's just like, oh, it's kind of okay, I've just seen your message. Wait until after the podcast, I'd say, because I don't want to like halt the recording again. It's just like that puts things into a massively different light for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting as well because people don't really, you know, if you're the son or daughter or the child of a famous film director, I think people say, oh, you shouldn't have problems or whatever, but like it reminds you just how human people are.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That puts the whole thing into new perspective for me, personally. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
But
that's the end of section 7.
well, section 4 technically, but like I don't know. But going back to the financial news, obviously it is a good day for Thor, but I'm not sure if like DC or Warner Brothers will be celebrating.
Yeah. Okay.
But like that's the sort of message about that finish that like people do need to talk to others. Like I think they don't realize that can make like the biggest difference because obviously you've got YouTubers with platforms saying the same when Chester Bennington tragically took his own life as well. Like they realize they have a platform, and they realize that like saying things can change lives. So that's the perspective people take on things now.
Before we get to the last section, because my bus is about 10 minutes away from my house now.
Okay, I want to discuss why I hate hardcore Batman fans and why I largely hate the character.
Oh god.
I know this is probably going to be the thing I get the most hate for in the world right now, but have you ever had the feeling that people just overpower Batman? They'll make him way more OP than he is. Like they'll make they'll make Batman way more overpowered than he is. The hardcore fans, anyway.
Oh yeah.
And this is really why I hate the character a lot. But like, I want to offer up some defense for myself here, where like I've listened to like some Batman audiobooks / audio dramas, whichever you choose to call them, and in that, right, it gives like a more human sort of feel or perspective on the character.
Alright.
So I like him in that sort of thing. I like him in like Christian and Bale's films because it shows that he isn't overpowered. It shows he is like a lot sort of
more human.
weaker. It shows him more human, and like I really hate him in terms of like Justice League material, like not just Zack Snyder's, but like anything where people make the character so overpowered. That's why I hate him. And you know, you get the same in like video games. He feels overpowered. Like I think the perfect contrasts to this are the Arkham series and the Telltale games on Batman.
Alright. I've only got Arkham Origins.
See, I've played some of Arkham Origins. Like Deathstroke is actually really hard to beat, but like,
I like Deathstroke in it. It was good to fight.
Yeah.
Hard but good.
Hard but good.
Sweet Oscar Ward too. Sweet Oscar Ward.
But his like, I largely hate the character because of how overpowered he is and how much people's only explanation for how he survives impossible things he shouldn't be able to survive or anything is just literally just because he's Batman. I'm just like, I actually hate the character because of this now. I hate
looks at my dad.
I hate the character because of that. But I also hate him because of how much he's been overused, and he's the only sort of character DC are willing to use, as opposed to Superman. And Superman isn't really off the hook either here, but I don't hate him as much because you can understand why he survives a lot of what he survives. He's an alien.
Yeah, because he's got super strength.
He's got super. He's pretty much invincible to anything that happens on Earth.
Like Green Lantern said about Batman. So you're just a guy with no powers running around in a bat costume.
Pretty much. I don't remember when or where that was said. I've probably not even seen it.
That was in a cartoon. It was a cartoon. It was Green Lantern saying it was a guy with gadgets who runs around in a bat costume. Batman just smiles. Yeah, he literally smiles. Or his rare ones.
You know, like I think like if he's in a solo comic storyline or like he's in a game such as the Arkham franchise or Telltale games, it'll put things into a bit of a newer light for things.
Yeah.
Especially for me because
how hard it is to get around the city. If I grab a building, wait for the perfect moment, get your wings out, and it can easily to mess them up.
Yeah, and it gives a more human feel, which is why I think I like use those in the Christian Bale / Christopher Nolan films. Anything else, he's either
a mix between
he's either overpowered or he is just stupid and overused, and that's why I hate him.
Yeah, it's like they showed it a bit more normally in Justice League when he got smacked into that car.
Like regardless, even in Justice League, they make him a bit more overpowered than he is. He goes driving through flames. As far as I know, his suit isn't flameproof. In the final action sequence, he drives through flames. The top of his car has been knocked off or has been destroyed or something. He drives straight through flames and he comes out completely unsinged. And I can immediately imagine the fanboys going, "He survived that." And I can immediately imagine people saying to a Batman fanboy, "How did he survive that?" And they just say, "Because he's Batman." It's just like, there we go. I despise the character for it, and I always will. And I don't think people have learned their lesson. I think there's going to be a very strong market for Batman hate right now because of Justice League and like.
Yeah, I mean, hell, while we're talking about Batman games, a mix between Spider-Man games from like PS2 era,
Yeah,
and mix that with the feel of the Batman games, and that's what kind of going to be what our games are a little bit like, the way it plays and stuff.
yeah, but
Of course, we've got actual super speed, so it's gonna be time.
yeah,
But
but like
still,
here's the point
in
I'm
other
trying to
ways.
make. I hate the hardcore fans because they don't try and come up with any logical explanation other than because he's Batman, and I really despise them for it. I really hate them for it because
He's Batman.
that's literally all they'll say,
Yeah.
and it will be like, "Why are you saying it like that? What is the point of saying it like that?" And then you just, what is the point of saying that? You can't. That's not a logical explanation for these things and why people hate these characters a lot. And that's why I think people go wrong. Like if a hardcore Batman fan, if I asked a hardcore Batman fan, how did he just survive driving through flames and not coming out singed? And they could offer up something like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe he had some sort of shield thing in the car that he put up." I'd be like, "That's a logical explanation. I can take that." The phrase "because he's Batman" doesn't really please anyone.
Yeah, but when the fans say that he survived the flames by because he's Batman, they might as well be saying because he jumped out and rolled in them.
It doesn't really offer any kind of logical explanation.
No.
People don't understand this.
Unless it's Batman secretly a tiny midget inside of a massive suit, then that's a logical explanation.
I can't really accept anything though, because Ben Affleck isn't exactly a short guy. He's got a lot of bulk and muscle which he's put on for this.
No, I meant in universe.
Either or. No, even in universe, he's not exactly small either. Because you've got
but that could just be his protective suit. No,
even outside of the suit, he's obviously not small. So that puts that aside. But like if you put him into like a Justice League thing with anyone, or you put him into any kind of comic where he's not going solo, or he's having to work with quote unquote a team, where instead of they're just a bunch of kids who pretty much just bicker. He's literally No.
Flash quote. It's like a black hole, but bigger and scarier.
No, that's not
I inject flash quotes with anything I say. I do it in real life. Okay.
I'm not surprised by that, but then you've got the whole thing of like.
See, that literally just come off my tongue without me even thinking.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Like, people can't. If people wanted to try and give me a bit more of a logical explanation as to why he's able to survive this, I'd be able to accept that. But then look at what they do with characters such as Batman or Superman. They make them overpowered or something similar, and you'll get the hardcore fans phrases like, "Oh, because he's Batman." Again, Superman you can understand more because he's pretty much invincible to anything humans do.
Yeah. Let's stick him in front of the red sun.
Yeah, unless you do that, and like, there's obviously that which happened in like Crisis on Earth X. You can accept like why characters are weaker, and you can accept that there is a real danger to them. Batman's more or less in danger the entire time, and if you look at some of the Batman sort of audiobooks / audio dramas and you listen to them and you realize how much more human he seems in those, it's just like, I can honestly accept that. It's sort of plausible as to why he'll survive certain things. There's one where he jumps in front of like a centrifugal machine gun, which are really strong and powerful. This is probably like one of the best ones, by the way.
A centrifugal machine gun. What?
A like some sort of powerful machine gun. It's really dangerous.
That just sounds like you've got a machine gun and just stuck a science way in the front. It makes yourself sound smarter.
No, they've got like some sort of power drum or whatever, or something that makes it go really fast. He jumps in front of that. He manages to survive because he's saving a security guard's life.
Oh, okay. Plot force.
No, not because of plot force actually, but because they give logical explanations, and that you can actually accept. So they give a logical explanation, like a lot of the impact had already been soaked up by his suit. He was badly injured. Okay, I'll point that out.
Okay.
He didn't come out unscathed. He was very badly injured. And
Cool.
then
That's best I like blood, gore, except in real life.
yeah, so
oh god.
but so he manages to survive that, but he comes out pretty badly hurt.
Alright.
And you know, anyone else would have been torn to shreds, but he's obviously wearing a suit. Most of the impact of the bullets was soaked up from that.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I'm literally like 2 minutes from my house now.
fair enough. There's more the plausible sort of reasoning behind he survives.
Yeah.
I hate the hardcore fans because they will not give you a logical reason for why he can survive this stuff.
They'll just say he's Batman.
Yeah, they will say just because, literally, because he's Batman. And that is all they will say.
And they say it in the stupid, was it Christian Bale or whatever guy was after him voice.
No, they just say it in like a stating the obvious tone. And that makes it worse.
No, it's not. It's I prefer it if they go because he's Batman. It's when they go because he's Batman. It just gets my nerves.
I hate it either way. And thankfully,
Howard on Big Bang Theory.
I've no idea what you're on about.
Oh, cool.
I've literally no idea what you're on about. But like, I hate the character for the
Have you not seen Big Bang Theory?
I've never heard of it.
What? Never heard of it, boy. It's been going for 10 seasons.
That all right.
Longer than the Flash.
All right.
What fucking introduced me to the Flash. The main character in it, who people say I'm like, is a fucking big fan of the Flash.
Right, lovely. But back to this whole thing. It's just like I despise everything about like the character because of it now, and it's just like how much can you hate one character for this one reason that people just overpower him so much? It doesn't really help that he's been overused, and like people say, oh, but Spider-Man's been overused. Spider-Man is actually made more vulnerable in these movies. He is a teenager. He is irresponsible, but he is largely irresponsible, but he's responsible enough to save lives when he gets hurt a lot doing it.
Yeah, basically it'd be me as a hero. Teenager. Well, canonically a teenager. Irresponsible. Saves lives. By being responsible. Basically a conundrum.
See, Spider-Man has a lesson to learn here, and this is why he's sort of excused from it. We won't excuse the number of times we've seen his uncle get killed. And again, this is another issue with like Batman material in general. How many times do you need to show the origin story of it? Gotham did it, Batman vs Superman did it. Pretty much every Batman film has done it, and people are just like, we've had enough. Thankfully with Spider-Man they learned the lesson.
With Batman, they never changed the origin story. With Spider-Man, they always change it in some small way, however way that may be.
At least, like they know they can try and add some variety. They're not going to do that.
Oh yeah. Maybe you'll see his parents killed in the war. His dad was killed in the war. His mum died while in childbirth. He lived with his aunt and uncle when they got killed in the alley. There you go.
Like either way, and like I hate the character. I hate Batman's character for so many reasons, but he's overused so much, which seems to be another part of the problem. And they did the same thing with Batman vs Superman. They did the same thing with all kinds of sort of source materials as well.
Huh.
But like,
we should probably wrap this section up now.
Okay, well, last bit I'll talk about is
my house.
Yeah, the last thing I'll talk about it with is I'm assuming you saw Batman vs Superman, right? Savitar.
All I have to say is dot dot dot.
I'm assuming. Okay, well, I'm assuming you saw it.
Dot dot dot. I haven't.
Okay,
I
well,
was like, dot
here's
dot
here's
dot.
what here's one good thing
Because I
about
haven't.
Batman versus Superman, because I've sort of laid into DC a lot the past few podcasts. Well, the past two main podcasts. They show a bit of variety, like they show the sort of funeral scene for Bruce's parents, right? Here's one of the problems.
Alright.
Here's one of the problems that immediately takes
What?
credibility away. He just runs off and falls into where his future Batcave will be.
He falls. He
He
runs and falls.
he
Into
falls through like a load of leaves or something, and that's where he finds the Batcave. And this is part of the issue. Source material of like comics and stuff will give you whatever sort of logical explanation. Batman Begins did it. Last Night did it. So not last night. The Dark Knight, and so did The Dark Knight Rises. And I think they're the only Batman films which actually focus on anything quote unquote logical. Well, at least as much as like a comics universe will allow.
Yeah, of course. Because this is the universe where time travel exists. So
Yeah, but so obviously,
hope he does in real life.
obviously, like I'm gonna get the most hate I've ever gotten in my life because I know that most people love Batman. Like he's one of the three
Yeah.
most well-known superheroes. The other two are obviously
Oh, yeah.
Superman and Spider-Man.
Yeah, unfortunately, flashing up there.
He should be, although he's a lot more well-known now than he was
Well,
before. And
oh yeah, the TV show boosted popularity a lot.
so did the Justice League movie, I think, but that's because of like Ezra Miller's performance. But like,
Yeah, but we better see anything with it. His popularity boosted mainly from the TV show.
yeah,
And remember Rival. Never try and look for a sabotage suit online. You'll literally come up with the Rival because someone made replicas of the Rival suit before season 3 started, and they called it the sabotage suit.
yeah, but like, you know, I really
Anyway.
hate Batman. Is pretty much just the summary of it. Yeah. But I think I've given
can
a bit
tell.
more of insight into why than I
Yeah.
had done before. So I think that's like something, I guess. Like, at least I actually have a valid enough reason to hate the character and hate the hardcore
Yeah,
Batman
definitely.
fanboys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, do you like the character and the fanboys, or do you hate them as much as I do?
I hate the fans. I don't mind the character.
You see,
It's-
I was a fan of, like, the
most-
Nolan version of the character, where he had Christian Bale as the
Oh.
actor, because that actually goes out of its way to show Batman as being human. He does get injured.
Well, I mean, the first superhero I liked was Spider-Man, and this I liked is surprise, surprise, the Flash. I've
Huh.
literally only really liked two. Yeah.
You only came to like the Flash
Funny.
after watching what, the first episode of the
Both
TV show?
red. They're both red. I see a pattern going on here.
Like,
No.
no matter what, I'm always going to hate the character of Batman. I will despise him
Yeah.
because of how much people make him so overpowered.
What if they make him gay, run around in a rainbow costume?
Even then, I'm still not going to like him because he is just overpowered so much. People overpower him, and largely, I think the problem is due to like the way they made the character. They made him to be this sort of dark hero that was created a legend around the streets of his like main city, which is obviously Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham City.
Yeah,
And you said something about TV show. You said something about TV show, and I mentioned Spider-Man and Flash. Was you saying about the Flash TV show?
I was saying that that's
cool,
what caused you to like the Flash, is my guess.
Yes, a funny story. I actually drove my dad away from it. He liked it. I started theorizing back in season 1, episode. No, I haven't touched it since. Yeah.
I just largely have no reason to like the character of Batman, and I don't really think I wasn't the biggest fan of him anyway. Then you learn that he has these kinds of fans, and you're just like, oh dear lord. It just doesn't help the character's case. And he's not the only superhero I hate for this sort of thing, but he's the one I hate the most. Like, you look at his,
I don't hate any superheroes.
look at his proteges such as like Nightwing or something. If Nightwing temporarily stepped in,
and all that.
yeah, Nightwing, Robin, and all that. If say Dick Grayson stepped into like the Batman costume, he's like the most well-trained, advanced Robin that there is, who's gone off to sort of have his own superhero identity and do his own thing, right?
Yeah. Alright.
But if he steps into the Batman costume, he's the more human version of it, and he's done it a couple of times.
Has he? So is he like Diggle with the Green Arrow suit?
Yeah, but like he's had comic runs where he's been in the costume. He's had like animated movie runs where he's been in the costume. Right? Like he had an animated movie where he was in the costume for a little bit because like Batman had gone missing and stuff. Or whatever.
He had to take over for a while while they find him, I guess.
Yeah, but like the majority of the movie he's in his Nightwing outfit. Point aside, you could tell he's not as effective, but that's... But it's just like, no matter what, you still hate the character. You might like a couple of different versions of him, but you're still largely going to despise him. And there's my issue.
Do you like the Lego Batman in the games?
Oh no! The games.
Oh God!
I've sort of played like a couple of the games. Well, at least one of the games, and it was sort of all right, but it wasn't really the best. I've got like Lego Batman 3 on PlayStation 4, which I've yet to play. But I think that'll be.
I've seen the start of Lego Batman. I've seen the start of Lego Batman 3. We have Barry just vacuuming his house really quickly. I was like, hey.
Thank you for the spoiler. But see, here's the thing. I mostly just got the game because it's a way.
Trailer.
Okay, well, I've not seen the trailer for it. Plus, it came out years ago. I think that's partially the only reason I've even got the game. That's partially one of the only reasons I've got the game is just to unlock the Flash and just play as him. That's like one of the only reasons I wanted the game.
I mean, you also get Kid Flash.
You get Kid Flash and Thorn.
And Lockables.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but... Zoom. They call him Professor Zoom or Reverse Flash, I can't remember. I've never played the game myself, I've only watched people...
Yeah, you've watched people play it.
I played the second game, and oh boy, the Flash is good in that.
Oh, I didn't know it was...
Yeah, you can get him. You can get him. He runs fast. Not as fast as Batman 3, but fast.
Yeah, I just have a massive hatred towards the Batman character. And like, you've said already that you do not hate him like I do, but you do sort of hate the fans. And I think
the Bat fans.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it even worse, because have people like Jacksepticeye play the Batman Telltale game. They'll make so many Bat puns when they do it, like Batman puns when they'll do it. It's just like,
Really?
We get it. It's a Batman game. Stop it.
Yeah. They really need to stop doing the puns. I mean,
they need to stop the puns, and they need to actually stop with the way they do fanboy stuff. That's my take on.
Yeah.
That's my take on all of it, really.
Yeah, we really should wrap this up. My hands are starting to go numb now.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up then. I'll let you say the ways everyone can help, because you need to get used to doing this. I'm sick of saying it.
Yeah. Sort of me and Kanan the other day, like 2 days ago.
When we're recording this, it's 2 days after we recorded the bonus podcast. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's the crossover. That was the crossover episode that we did. That was 2 days ago for us. It'll be about a week for you. So
we're sorry.
Out there on the what?
We're sorry.
Yeah, my audio glitched up a bit there. I don't know if mine come through garbled.
Okay, well, I'll let you say how they can help.
Yours. Yeah. You can just help. We need voice actors. I mean, at some point we're gonna put up more characters once we get
we've got
varied auditions.
Yeah, and when we've actually got like some more characters that we know will be appearing, because like the ones we've got up now, I think are the only ones we know for certain will be appearing. We don't know if any other characters will be there. We don't know if people like Joe West will be there. Yeah,
that's still to be decided, really. I mean, I'm pretty sure he will be there in part, but I don't know if definite. I've still got to sort that out.
I'll sort it already.
Voice acting. What was it? ZBrush Pro modelers, particle creators, animators, storyboard makers.
Oh yeah, that'll be helpful.
Yes, I've only literally just thought of that myself. Yeah, storyboard helpers, soundtrack helpers, because one or two people aren't going to cut it.
That is worth mentioning. We've got one person on like the soundtrack team, so we do need more.
Possibly two. Think of J. Robin. I think he does music.
I have no idea who that is.
But Jake on the server.
Oh.
Jake, the guy that
Okay.
the other day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell him to
you,
send
but-
me something.
Yeah, we'll do. That's if I'm not misremembering.
Okay, well,
But,
tell whoever to send me something.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, voice acting,
Junior
modelers,
writers.
animators, particle makers. Pardon?
Junior writers.
Yeah, junior story writers. Less important, but that can be for little side missions and
Side
plots that-
missions and to help us with
will-
the scripts.
Yeah.
The
the
place to audition for voice acting, link in description.
Yes.
Um,
Voice acting page. Which
yeah.
I leave just off by heart.
We're also over like 700 views on that, by the way, so that's incredible.
Oh yeah, we've got 730 by now.
Yeah,
It's now
roughly close to
just
that.
under a month. Just under a month.
Oh yeah,
Just under a month.
we've reached 1,000 views in like nearly a month because I made that on the 6th of November. We've got like 5 more days before it hits that. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it's about 750.
if we reach 1,000, like I might try and do a
Yes.
sort of giveaway on the
That's
channel
exactly
somehow. Like maybe we'll do a giveaway where we give someone like earlier the access to like the demo.
Yeah.
We'll do
Yeah,
we'll do a demo early access giveaway across like my channel, Nick's channel, and the main game channel. Do you like that idea, don't you? Hello, you've cut out. Yeah, you cut out quickly.
For one, 2 or 3 people, because they're also beta testers as well.
Yeah.
Cough looks at Teko's game.
No, he's told me like the reason behind the reason that early access was delayed, but I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, I know. I was just poking a bit of fun.
Let's not poke fun at the guy who's got more subscribers than us combined.
Yeah, but he's doing it for the Arrowverse. We're doing it for more just Flash fans.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Like the second game will be the exception to that, I think.
Oh yeah. That will be a few more characters like superheroes in there. Anyway, Photoshop. Like anyone experience of Photoshop?
Send us some stuff, or we still need to find a photo for them.
Yeah, I'm my. Tell you what, Savitar, CW Savitar. Do a Photoshop of that.
Do a Photoshop where you can like make some sort of like
styles.
post. Let's see if they could make
want,
us a poster. Let's see if they could make us a poster.
Yes.
Make us a
A
poster with
Savitar
Savitar, Flash, and Godspeed.
Yes. Yeah, those are the most well-known villains of the Flash now, thanks to the V show that there is
And the game.
in recent years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the game, remember? I don't know for definite. Well,
No, I meant
we
Godspeed.
do, but the
I meant
public
Godspeed.
doesn't. Yeah, Godspeed. Yeah, Godspeed.
So make a poster
But,
with those 3. If you can make us a good poster and stuff, we'll bring you on
Yeah.
to like do some more art
Do it
stuff.
in like a kind of gritty form, a cel-shaded form.
Anything goes. Like let them put their own take on it, and we'll
Yeah.
decide which one we like best.
Yeah, just anything goes. Anything goes. Just try your best. That's what I can say. But make sure you do Savitar justice.
Yeah.
And no comic book version of Savitar.
Yeah.
No comic book version. That guy looks fucking ridiculous. Bare chested. Who do you think he is? Craven with like a vest.
Yeah, something. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks everyone.
We'll be doing our next podcast soon. As always, go.
Probably
Guys?
2 days.
No, I think we've got like
Uh,
ourselves up to date for a while and like prepping them
yeah, yeah,
I'm probably gonna be sort of away from like my main computer next week, so it's nice to have this one sort of pre-prepared.
yeah. Cool, cool. Well,
So
I've got
I don't know. I
the
don't know.
mediums in my hands,
I'll
so
probably be uploading one on Monday, one on
yeah.
Tuesday, or one on Tuesday, one on
Starting
Wednesday.
to get literal pain in my hand. So, may the speed force be with you.
May the speed force be with you,
Uh,
and goodbye.
peace out.
Peace.